Hello. Today you researched your tribe, the clothing they wore, the skills or artistry, the things that they were really good at, and the food that they ate. So today I'm going to show you how to complete this part of your Native American tribe lap book. So for today's lesson, what you will need is, of course, your folder. You will need this first page of your book, so you can go ahead and tear it out. You will need your glue stick, your color pencil, scissors, and regular pencil. And in your September supply pickup, you received a little baggie with your glue stick, some Play-Doh, and this little thing. It's called a brad or a fastener. We're going to be using it today to make our food wheel spin around. So I will be showing you how to do that. So with that, go ahead and take out your scissors. You can put this aside for just a moment while we cut everything out. For the clothing part, my students like to cut the body out entirely, but if you do that and the clothing goes on the outside of the legs, then you are stuck and you have nowhere to draw your clothing. So I like to do what is called a bubble cut. The bubble cut makes it so you can go outside of the lines of the body. So it's up to you. You can even bubble cut the bottom half if you want to, but like I said, if the clothing goes outside of the lines of the body, you can't do that if you don't bubble cut. So I would highly recommend you bubble cutting. And then you will also need, for the clothing part, this little box. So go ahead and cut that out as well. Miss Nunez gave you lots of links that you can refer to find pictures of your tribe and what they wore. So if you have to, refer back to your reading research so that you can collect the information you need to fill out this portion of your project. So let's go ahead and take our folder. Let me show you where the clothing is going to go. So behind where you have your tribe title, you are going to open it up, and on that flap, we're going to put our clothing right here. So your body is going to go like this, and on this, of course, you're going to actually draw in the clothes that your tribe would wear. Now, you can choose male clothing or female clothing. The choice is up to you. So let's go ahead and connect that. So take your glue stick. I always recommend you cutting out just the part you're going to be gluing down, because some of these pieces look very similar. Like this looks similar to the box that says what they're really good at, and you don't want to mix those up. And you're going to glue this down. Oop, that happens. That happens. You just glue it down exactly how it is. Just like that. See? Alrighty. Now let's go ahead and do the skills, what they were good at. So that's the next part we're going to cut out, and that is right here, this box and this box. Now, artistry is like baskets or pottery and things that they made, or skills. Maybe they were good at hunting or fishing. So you should have researched those things that they were really, really great at this morning. So you're going to draw a picture, and then you're also going to write down what they were really good at. So it's almost like a caption of what's going on in the picture. So here's where you're going to write what they're really good at. And then this part is where you're going to draw your picture of what they're good at. Okay. So now take your folder and you're going to open up your lab book. And these are going to go right up inside, in between the trade and the plants. So go ahead and apply glue. This is why I do it one part at a time, because I don't know if you just noticed, but my other little piece flew away. And that's how you lose things. So do it one little small piece at a time. Okay? And then this goes right underneath what they were really good at. Beautiful. Okay? This is sticking up a little bit. I'm going to apply just a little more glue right there. Perfect. Okay? And the last part, and I'd say the hardest part of this, is the food wheel. And the food wheel is actually going to go down here at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and put that there. So before you glue it down, you have to actually, well, let's cut it out first. My scissors have seemed to gone missing. I don't know how that happens. Oh, they were on my lap. Okay, so we're going to cut this whole thing out first. And before you assemble it, you actually have to do your writing on it. Otherwise, you won't be able to. So, okay. So this is going to be how your tribe actually got their food and how they prepared their food. So you're actually going to draw pictures and color this whole thing in. So on each one of these, you are going to put how they got their food or how they prepared their food. Okay? So if they hunted, you can show a picture of them hunting for their food. If they fished, you can show them fishing for their food. And you can also color this top part of your wheel. But the main thing is that you assemble your wheel before you glue it down. Once you glue it down, it's too late, and then you don't want to stick your brad or fastener right through your title. So you are going to take a moment. You are going to color what they ate and how they got the food they ate on this wheel right here. Once you have that, then you can move on to the next step, which is, if you notice, there's this little X there. So you're going to take your brad and you are going to very carefully poke it through that X, just like that, see? Then you're going to poke it through the center of the circle. That's where the 4 lines meet, just like so. Then you're going to flip this upside down and notice there are 2 prongs. So you're going to bend one prong one direction and one the other, just like that. This is why you had to color before you assembled it, because if you wait, you're going to have, you could still do it, it's just going to be a little tricky, okay? So now we're going to apply the glue along the back, and we are going to put it down here at the very bottom. So, I'm going to put it right here, and look, it spins around. So every time it spins, it will show you one way that they got their food or prepared their food. So that's going to spin for you, okay? So once you have that down, and look, the fastener doesn't show through on the other side. And that's how you assemble today's assignment. So let me show you an example of a student's completed. So if you notice here, Here's a picture of tribal clothing and what they made their clothes from. Here's their food wheel, how they got and prepared their food. How fun is that? And then finally, what they were really skilled or artful at making. So this tribe, which is a tribe that we aren't covering, the Tongva, was really great at making fire. So that was like one of their skills. So as you can see, we are almost done. We have 2 more parts to complete in order to be finished. Just our storybook that we're going to create, and then their customs organization and the natural environment around them. See you tomorrow.